back to another video here on Squadding Quads, and this is the BetaFPV Air65 Wisp. What does that mean? Well, it's a 17 gram Air65 that has a really special trick under its sleeve. Keep watching until the end of the video to see exactly what that is. But in the meantime, grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a snack, sit back, relax, because we're going to have some fun on this almost Halloween night. Let's freaking go. So we're out here and we're going to fly the brand new BetaFPV Air65 Wisp, the essentially glow-in-the-dark fluorescent drone. And we've got the DJI version 2 goggles with an analog adapter and the brand new BetaFPV Lite Radio 3. Guess it just leaves me to say one thing, let's freaking go. 65 Wisp.
Oh! But you want me to go instantly then?
I would have forgotten, decided to let go of it.
Like instantly. Oh, that thing looks so funny.
The thing is,
oh, that thing floats.
Like this, it is so quiet. Nobody's even going to pay any attention to you at all. Oh,
I'm on the sticks.
He's on the sticks. Now, obviously, it is analog. You all know I'm not a massive fan of analog, but analog is still fun.
Yeah. No matter what it is.
Alright, do you want to try and get the drone?
Yeah.
I'll try and that was a really cool power loop, so I'll try it again.
Okay. Oh, it's so quiet. It's so quiet. Oh, careful. That thing is so quiet.
Full throttle.
It's so fast for such a quiet and small drone. Wow, I love that thing so much.
And this is the great thing with Tiny Whoops, like literally nobody even knows that we're here because we're making virtually zero noise.
Yeah.
Compare it to the noise of the stream and the ducks and the traffic, and you can't even hear the drone itself.
Yeah.
We've been flying for a minute and a half, we're on 3.6 volts. It is a 1S.
So cool like how you can use the controller to use the settings. Let's go.
So now we've increased the power slightly. We can obviously get a little bit further away without too much of a problem.
Yeah. I want to fly this thing at night.
Yeah.
I bet you do as well. Wow, it doesn't like an oval then.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
3.3 volts. You can push these batteries down to about 3 volts. Whether you should or not is another story, so don't necessarily listen to me on that. But yeah, nice little exploration flight for its maiden.
Yeah.
Quite enjoyable flight too.
Nice.
Winter is coming, and for many of us in the Northern Hemisphere, that presents one or two challenges and problems. See, this is the BetaFPV Pavo Pico 2, a brilliant 1.6 inch DJI 04 Pro equipped FPV drone. And this is its bigger brother, the BetaFPV Pavo 20 Pro. And these are fantastic quads, but if you live in the Northern Hemisphere like I do, winter is very, very cold, and I like to fly around my house. But these are too big for UK houses, and for a lot of European houses, generally speaking, unless you sort of live in North America, you're not really going to have the space inside a house to fly something like this. Not a decent, enjoyable speed and quality, etc. But that is where BetaFPV once again come up trumps. See, the Air series of Tiny Whoops from BetaFPV are the best and lightest on the market, bar none. And this time they've sought to improve it with a few things. Now, as always, when you take a step forward, you can sometimes take a step back as well. And there are a couple of things in this that you are going to want to wait to find out about, because it's not just improvements, there are a few other things, and that might influence your purchase. So sit back and let's find out what we're talking about. Now, on the face of it, it looks like an Air65 from BetaFPV, doesn't it? The box even says a Air65 Wisp. Oh. So what is this new model? What is this Wisp that BetaFPV are talking about here? Well, let's find out, should we? So the biggest thing, and I'm going to put it on the screen now, is the fact this frame glows in the dark. And I don't know about you, but that is incredibly cool. It's got an upgraded canopy, it's got an upgraded frame, so it's got the new Air 2 frame that they released at some point earlier on this year. They've also removed one of the front-facing rubber grommets on the flight controller, which they say will give the flight controller more room in a crash and is less prone to being damaged. They say that they've done rigorous testing and decided to remove the front grommet because after speaking with the community, they found out that the gyroscope, OSD and receiver at the front were susceptible to damage on repeated crashes. So it's good that they've held their hands up and said, okay, there's a problem here, how do we fix it? And then they've gone about fixing it. So to activate the glow-in-the-dark feature, what they say is you need to leave it under natural light for about 30 minutes or 2 to 3 minutes under a UV light. Now, they do say, because they've poured fluorescent material into the frame, it is going to be slightly less durable than the standard frame. So the marketing spiel says no aggressive flying, and we all know that that's exactly what we're going to do. We are going to fly this thing aggressively. It is what it is designed for. But just bear in mind, if you are going to fly it aggressively and you do get the fluorescent one, then because of the way that they've poured the materials into it, it is going to be slightly less strong than the standard version. And again, if you're flying it in super cold conditions outside, obviously plastic gets more brittle the colder it gets, and with the fluorescent material in, it's just something to bear in mind. They do as well say that it's not guaranteed that it's going to be less resilient to crashes. It just depends on the pour of the fluorescent material, but there was no way of measuring that. So you may get one that doesn't hold up as well as another one. It's just one of those things. We're just going to have to accept it. We've got a little bit of innovation here. We love innovation on this channel. So because of that, we are just going to have to bear that in mind and just, yeah. A few specs for you then. The Air65 Wisp is 17 grams without a battery. It's obviously 65mm. It uses the Air65 and the Air65 2 frame and frame 2 canopy. It uses a 5-in-1 ESC flight controller. It has an onboard 5.8 25mm to 400mm VTX with a CO3 camera. The motors are 0702 SE's 27,000 kV. It uses GemFan props, which also glow blue. Looks really stunning. It uses BT 2.0 batteries. They recommend a Lava battery of between 260 and 300 mAh, 1S. Flight time is around about 4.5 minutes with a 300 mAh, and it has a serial ELRS receiver. Now, BoywonderFPV has just walked in the room and he's seen this thing glowing in the dark. BoywonderFPV, in 3 words, describe, it's no idea that I'm going to do this. In 3 words, describe what it looks like when it's glowing in the dark. Go.
Phenomenal. Oh, this is hard. How
That's
cool
more
it
than
looks.
3 words.
Okay.
So phenomenal.
Phenomenal. Nice.
Okay.
And stunning.
Phenomenal, nice, and stunning. And that's Boy Wonder. Okay, brilliant. Let's move on and let's get this thing bound up, set up. And we've also got a new remote control from BetaFPV to show you on this video as well. Right, let's freaking go. BetaFPV Air65 Wisp, as piloted by BoywonderFPV.
What's beyond this?
The other one. No, up, that one. Up, that one. No,
Here.
that one, yeah.
Okay. Should I go?
Yeah. Go.
Oh.
Super smooth, super quiet. BetaFPV do make the best whoops.
Oh, I can tell. This is getting nice.
I'm going to try and film him, but my filming skills are not the same as my flying skills. But we're here, and as I say, you can hear the road noise more than you can hear the drone noise. You alright, mate? Just watch out from the path, mate. So that gentleman there hasn't actually even seen the drone. He hasn't even clocked that we're flying a drone. He's walked straight past it.
Whoa!
But I would have nearly crashed it though.
Woo! Just slow down.
So, it's been a while since you've flown analog, same as me. What do you think of it?
Pretty nice, actually.
It's pretty chill, isn't it? Pretty cool. And you are using the new BetaFPV Lite Radio 3 as well. What do you think of that?
Both of them, really nice.
It's a cool little package, especially if you're going to go gorilla whooping. With it being so small and the Air65 being so quiet,
I'm just doing single.
You can get them in your pocket and away you go. Obviously the DJI goggles are a little bit of a beast. They're a little bit on the large side.
Can I go in here, this spot?
Where, sorry?
Just like forwards here.
Yeah, don't go too far though, because it is analog, remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, the boy's enjoying himself, and that's what this is all about, isn't it, Boy Wonder?
Oh, that's nice.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Right, come back and land and I'll grab your landing on camera.
Yep. One button!
So I think this would make a fabulous gift at Christmas to somebody who wants to get into the hobby. But you're going to need more than just the tiny whoop itself, aren't you? And sorry, Jess, with all that said and done, you're going to need some batteries. Now, BetaFPV have these Lava batteries. These are 300 mAh LIHV1S batteries. And they'll last you about 3 minutes flight time. Maybe a little bit longer if you're chilling. Maybe a bit less if you're flying like BoywonderFPV. I highly recommend you pick up a pack. They are really good and well matched. They also fit in perfectly as well. So just words. Now, the other thing I'd also recommend that you pick up is this. And this has also just been released today. Now, I've had the privilege of having this since April-ish. And this is the brand new BetaFPV Lite Radio 4. Now, I'm going to do a separate video on it as well, showing you how to set it up and how to bind it. But we'll show you how to bind it and stuff in this video as well. But I just wanted to showcase it very, very quickly on this video because I think it's a great companion for the drone. When you consider how small the drone is and the fact that it will fit there, it shows you just how small the controller is. And that's a good thing if you're going things like gorilla whooping or you want to be a little bit discreet. Now, the gimbals they're fine, they're no problems. They're precise enough to give you precision. One of my trim switches has come off. Bearing in mind, this was sent to me in April, and obviously I've abused it every single day since, and it was actually a prototype version that was sent to me. It didn't even have a box with it. So just bear that in mind. Although it's missing, I'm sure yours will be better. On the top, you have a 2-position switch there, and a 2-position switch there, a 3-position switch there, and a 3-position switch there. You've got 2 momentary switches there, and your power button is here. On the bottom, you have a setup button, you have a bind button, and you have a USB button. And it literally is as simple as that. So what we'll do now is we'll move over to Betaflight and we'll get this thing bound up to the receiver and then set up in the modes tab. I forgot how to speak for a second there. But just before we do, the other thing I wanted to show you, you're going to need a way to charge these batteries, aren't you? And I've had this pretty much since the start of my FPV journey. This is the Betaflight Whoopster 3, and it's really easy to use. I'm really evangelicalist about using this for 1S charging. It is the best. The Flywheel ones are great and super easy and super cheap, but this offers just that little bit more. So these are the ones that I would recommend the most out of all of them available, and I'll leave a link in the description down below. If I get a chance in this video, I'll show you how to use it. If not, I will do a quick shorts and upload that separately. Okay, let's move on. So what you're going to do is you're going to get this adapter board that comes in your box, and you're going to plug it in to this here. Make sure that the plugs are aligned, or the pins are aligned. Which of course I didn't do. And then you just plug in your USB there, and it will power your board. Now, the green flashing LED is going to be your ELRS receiver. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait. In fact, no, we're not going to wait. I'm going to show you how to put it into bind mode. So first of all, you can see that it's single flashing green, which means it's in ready to receive mode, which means if it has a controller bound to it and you could turn the controller on, it will then go solid green and you'll be connected. But this is brand new and we don't have a controller connected to it. So this is what we do. We plug it in really quickly, 3 times, and on the 3rd time we leave it plugged in. And we can see now that it is double flashing green, which means it is in bind mode. So what we do now is we grab our BetaFPV Lite Radio and we turn it on. Give it a second to just initiate and do things. And then once it's done that, underneath you've got a bind button. If you just hold that bind button down, and you'll see this LED change.
Oh, that's single flashing.
And it should go solid.
It's single flashing now. Oh, hey.
And there we go. You've bound the drone to the receiver. No, you bound the controller to the receiver in the drone. So what we'll do now, let me just open up Betaflight. Okay, so once you're in Betaflight, we'll just run through a few things and make sure everything's set up correctly. In our ports tab, we need to make sure we've got a serial RX, but we know we have because it's already bound and connected. We haven't got anything connected to it, we just plugged in via the USB. Configuration will show us that we're set to 180-degree arming, which is what I say to you guys all the time we need. We don't have an LED strip or a GPS, but we do have air mode and OSD enabled, which is exactly what we want. Power and battery, we need to be set to 4.4 volts, which we are. Failsafe, we need to be set to drop, which we are. And then in our PID tuning, this is the PIDs. Take a screenshot if you need. And this is the filters. Take a screenshot if you need. And these are the rates, and I'm just going to keep the rates standard for the flights that BoywonderFPV. Let me try that again. I'm going to keep the rates standard for the flights that BoywonderFPV and I do, just to show you what it looks like out of the box without my crazy rates on there. Okay, and then in receiver, we just need to, in modes, we just need to set up which switch we want for which. So if we go to auto, and I want this as my arming switch, and I want it to be armed there, which it is. Beeper, I press auto, and I want my beeper on that switch. And I want it there. And then turtle mode, I want it on this switch, and I want to obviously have to hold it down. So I've got to remember that I need to hold it down. And that leaves all the other switches free for horizon mode and any other mode that you wish, basically. OSD, very personal. Probably a bit too much on here for me for a tiny whoop. Generally for a tiny whoop, all I need to know is what my power is and what my flight time is and my battery, and that's pretty much it. So add to or remove from this as you wish. Video transmitter, you do need to make sure that this is set up like this. So again, if you was to accidentally upgrade, update or flash your drone and you didn't save this and you don't know where to find it, you can take a screenshot of this if you want. I am going to have all the CLI files put on my Discord. So it will make it a lot easier for you to be able to download them.
And now,
are we clear?
You are clear.
Okay, so we're going to have a quick fly over the lake with the Air65 Wisp. We just need to watch our SSI to make sure that we're all good. And obviously just, if we ever get into trouble and we start losing video signal, if we just punch up, that video signal should come back.
Yep.
The main thing is not to panic when flying analog if you are losing signal. Easier said than done, of course, because if you lose signal on analog, you lose your drone.
Yeah.
So
you're risking
this gives us an idea of just how far you can push this little tiny whoop.
You're risking the whole drone.
We've got a little bit of break up, but nothing crazy, to be fair. Boywonder, are you filming? Because I'm going to come.
I'm filming your sticks.
All right, well.
I'm moving. I'm at the drone now.
whisper quiet.
You can barely hear that thing.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Wow.
And we can fly over the lake without any problems at all, as you can
Yeah.
see.
Well, maybe that's one problem.
So yeah, the wildlife are making a bit of a racket today.
Okay.
But I'm going to come back this way.
Okay. Oh, that thing's so quiet. I want that thing so bad.
Here.
Careful.
Beautiful.
You've got sent to the trees
I
then.
think there might be somebody coming down that path. I don't know. Have a quick look for me.
Yep, there's someone coming down that path. Over there.
Ready? I'm going to do a power back.
Ooh! And that guy, well, that man who's back there, doesn't even see it.
No. Right, I'm going to land it just to be on the safe side because, you know,
Battery life, and people as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Try not to dump it in the
Air65
water.
Wisp. Touchdown. Oh.
Water, careful.
That's a miss. So we're going to check the weight very quickly of this, but BetaFPV are quite good with these because the weight is the sort of main key of it. They say it's about 17 grams, and it's coming in at 17 grams with a battery. 26 grams. So I'm joined here in the studio by the wondrous BoywonderFPV. Welcome.
Welcome.
That was my line.
Okay.
Never mind. So you've flown the BetaFPV Air Wisp 65. What do you think of it?
It's really smooth. Even if it's got fast rate, I'll still love it. And it had super slow rate, well, pretty slow rates when I flew it. I still loved it, even if it was slow.
Yeah, we flew it with the normal rates just to show the boys and girls, because this is potentially something that people are going to get for Christmas or as a gift. So we left it as standard rates to show them what it looks like. But what we'll do over the next week or so is we'll go back out and fly it on my normal rates, and we'll rip it around and see just exactly what it can do. But you was impressed with it, yeah?
Yeah.
Is it BoywonderFPV approved?
BoywonderFPV approved.
Thanks for your time, Boywonder.
See ya.
We're here at the community spotlight, my favourite part of these videos. And this comment here says, I've had GPS and it's saved me 4 times already. And that's why I'm a big advocate of it, because it may not be the times when you expect it. You may not even necessarily need it ever. But if it saves you once, it'd save you a fortune. Thanks for your comment. This comment here is in relation to a title that I put up for the Deep Space Seeker 35. And I asked the question, is it the best 3.5-inch FPV drone made today? And I got a comment saying, no, that's the Avion RC Nexa 3.5 Pro. Right? After all, you said so. And I just wanted to clarify something. We're not a channel that hands out the word best very often, and for very good reason. We've done hundreds of reviews this year, and I think I've used the term best twice, maybe 3 times. The Avion RC Nexa was reviewed 9 months ago, and at the time there was no other decent 3.5-inch that came anywhere near it, in my opinion. The Deep Space Seeker 35 is a freestyle monster, an absolute beast of a drone. But that doesn't mean that the Nexa is bad, and it doesn't mean that I've changed my mind that I think it's an amazing drone. But it's for a different reason. It's for a different purpose. It's a 4S. It's got lower KV. It's more chilled. It's more of a park flyer. I wouldn't dream of flying the Deep Space Seeker 35 in a park. So it's horses for courses at the end of the day. And I just wanted to clarify, we're not here starting to hand out the phrase the best drone all the time. It is for a very specific reason, and I think the Deep Space Seeker 35 is the best freestyle 3.5-inch made today. But you've also got the Spider-Sora. And I think the only way that we can ever get to the bottom of this is to put them against each other. in a King of Quads Drone Wars episode. So that's what we're going to do. And we're going to do that pretty soon. Thanks very much for your comment, and I hope that just clarifies the situation. This comment here says, what's your favourite drone to take to the park and freestyle? And this comment was asked 4 days ago. And I'm still not 100% sure that I know the answer to it. Park flying is difficult. Freestyling in a park is difficult. Some people might suggest and recommend using things like a tiny whoop, like the Air65 Wisp as an example. I personally wouldn't. I'd probably use something more like... It depends on what type of park as well. Are we talking national parks? Are we talking really small parks with playgrounds and kids? So it's such a difficult question to answer that I'm going to thank you for your question, and I'm still not going to answer it because I honestly don't know. It depends on the park. It depends on the circumstance. It depends on the situation. Yeah, it's a really, really difficult question. And there's so many great smaller quads out there now. I don't know. Come back and tell me more about the park, more about how big it is, whether it's a national park, whether there's going to be kids, whether you're going to fly around a playground, or whether you just fly around trees. Let me know a little bit more, and I'll try to answer it as best I can next time. Thanks so much for your comments. If you want to get involved in the next community spotlight, leave your comment down below. Boy Wonder is always scanning them. He's always on the lookout for good comments, and I think today he's picked 3 bangers, so thank you very much, Boy Wonder. Right, let's move on to the next segment of this video. Well, that was the BetaFPV Air65 Wisp. Flies really well, super quiet. Boy Wonder and I FPV flew it around people and nobody paid a bit of interest or of anything to us whatsoever. So it's great to go out there and fly. People generally are not bothered by stuff like this. It's brilliant. It also flies really well, really smooth, really responsive, and it's really fun. I might not be a massive analog guy, and I hold my hands up and say that, but we had fun, and that is what FPV is all about. This thing has a great party piece though. It glows in the dark and it looks absolutely stunning. We've tried to show you earlier on in the footage as to what that looks like, but hopefully, fingers crossed, that it's come across in the pictures and the videos. It really does look stunning when it glows in the dark. Get one. It's really, really good fun. If you've got any questions whatsoever, please leave them in the comments down below. There will be an affiliate link in the description for you to buy one if you wish to do so. It will help support the channel by using that link. If you don't want to use that link, that's cool. I don't mind. But it will help the channel. So if you do want to support the channel and see us grow and not cost you anything, click on the link down below and buy anything from the BetaFPV website. Until next time, legends, you've all been absolutely incredible. Peace! YouTube and I have had a chat, and we believe that this is the video that you'll like the most, so watch it and let me know if they're right.